Hey, he treated her. Is the devil wearing satin tap pants?
There are those who would say that the story which follows could happen only in a dream.
Movie bad.
Regardless of where it could happen, this is the way it did happen.
Movie go away.
The story involves Bill Dudley, a mighty darn good wholesale bakery salesman.
And that's about
A
it.
character named Red, who actually is nothing more than a file clerk. And one named Whitey, who is similarly employed, so to speak.
Hey, Whitey!
It all starts in this rather strange and out-of-this-world office, which keeps the sales records of every wholesale bakery salesman on Earth. Or so the story goes.
Well, it's your story.
Whitey is entrusted with the records of good salesmen.
Hate movie.
Red, the other kind.
The fugitive kind.
Now, it seems that Red and Whitey never see eye to eye on this.
What are you doing?
This leads to many arguments. Our story opens in the midst of one.
Oh.
Must you beat on that confounded thing
you
all
okay?
the time?
Yeah, guess it kind of wore off.
I'm not beating.
Weird.
I'm playing.
Well, whatever it is, it sounds awful.
You're just peeved because another breadfruit salesman has been transferred from your record to mine.
Bill Dudley!
Oh, Tony!
I'll get him back on my records again.
Looks like it's casual day at 3M.
He's my kind of a salesman, that boy. Down, down, down.
Through a burning ring of fire.
Marvelous record.
But what about this?
Oh.
Which, of course, is the reason he's now in my ledger.
No fair. There was a war.
Strictly a temporary condition.
I'll win a Tony one day.
Why, at the slightest excuse, he'll slip back into his old habit of taking life easy. The way a smart salesman should.
You're talking through your horns again.
Wouldn't want to make a little bet on that now, would you?
Like what?
Oh, say...
$1.
A new set of asbestos points for my pitchfork against...
You'd think hell would just provide those.
A new set of strings for that thing.
On the level?
Strictly on the level. Of course, if you're afraid...
I'll become Dr. Smith.
I don't frighten easily. Go on.
Talent's turning blue. Could we have some heat, please?
Now, suppose an attractive young lady were to ride the route with this Bill Dudley.
Yeah.
Say she's a magazine writer and is after material for an article. Say she makes fun of the way he works.
Say I'm starring in Forever Plan.
That's all it'd take to get him back into my way of selling again.
You think so, huh?
I'm willing to bet on it.
So I guess... But how could we up here fix it so that a magazine writer down there...
Has my dance belt shifted?
Oh, no. No, not me.
Why not? The trip will do you good.
I'll cover your phones.
Of course, I haven't been down there in a long
He has a
time.
receding hairline.
Even on business.
That's the way to talk. And perhaps, as a little added distraction from his work...
I'll do community theater.
I'll make you bigger,
Yes.
stronger.
But perhaps something a little more...
Mamie Eisenhower-y? I never let the devil dress
or
you.
perhaps even...
Oh, no, don't you dare. No magic and no miracles. It's against the rules. If I go, I'll go like this.
Undercover angel.
Oh. All right. Is it a bet?
They're operating under a different theology.
All right, it's a bet. I'll put this Bill Dudley to the test.
Dum, dum, da, do, dum, dum, da, da, da.
Try new enriched stuff. Just saw Howard Hughes in the desert.
Let me see if I got this whole thing straight now. You're a writer.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to do an article on modern food merchandising.
That's right.
And you'll work for the
I thought it
devil.
was okay for you to ride with me today.
Uh-huh.
And it's the 50s.
Well, it's okay with me then, but I'd sure have a tough time making my wife believe this one.
Well, so would I.
Come on.
So you can bilocate and assume animal form.
She's gonna blow the lid off the whole bread wholesaling racket. She's naming names.
Never mind those magazines. I barely read them. Except for American Muscle Woman. That's interesting. Now we unload the first van at William Conrad's house.
They leave orphan bread on people's doorsteps?
Why do they keep the bread in dresser drawers?
This is Charles Kurwald. I'm going to leave you now with images of bread.
All right, my life is hell. What do you want from me?
How do you mess up at this job?
Well, that's how Whitey started out to prove her point. But Red was not far behind.
That's how Whitey keeps us down.
Hey, you're not down here just for the ride, you know. Start working on the guy. We got a bet on.
Even the devil won't go to the Bronx.
It kind of sucks. I got to take your notes, lady.
Hey, can I split your top and butter your buns?
Hey, you know, this seems to be an awfully dull job that you have.
Oh? What gave you that idea?
It wasn't my... well, after all, it is just a delivery man's job, isn't it?
Not just.
Young lady, take it from me. Any guy who thinks this is just a delivery job belongs in a coal truck, not a bread route.
I'm running you in, lady. You're under arrest for impeding bread delivery.
So then Mabel said to me, well, why did you wear those earrings? And then we went to 9 West, but we couldn't find anything we wanted because I have really wide feet, but sometimes I can find stuff at Payless. Anywho, Cindy told me that Victoria's Secret was just around the corner, and she said they're having a sale, and she knows I'm really broke right now, so I confronted her, and, well...
I'm going to better call the cops on her.
I never sat on a loaf of bread before. It feels great.
Maybe I should take that job as a mouseketeer.
She doesn't shut up pretty soon. I'm going to stuff her full of croutons.
Get your buns out of my truck.
Quit loafing in my van. You really take the cake. You got a lot of crust to come around here.
Come on, you and me, mano a mano.
Now let's take a look at the lighter side of wholesale bread delivery.
Young lady, you sit there. I'll be right back.
I need some time alone with my bread. Doesn't she look smart? Today's career gal in her new fashions from Weebles. Meow. The Mahavishnu Orchestra.
Well?
Well, I told him I thought he was a dope not to work it, to be the first one in every day.
Good.
Stanley.
I told him I thought all this push on getting good displays, just a lot of front office talk.
Couldn't have phrased it better myself.
Why keep a close check on how your load's going, I said. You can always dump it on the last half dozen stops.
Excellent. And what did he say?
Nothing. That's the trouble. He just sat there listening and looking very thoughtful.
There, you see? What did I tell you? My bet's practically won.
Gee, you know, I would have sworn that nothing could make him slip back into his old selling ways.
Frosty malts.
Must be new on the force.
I got donuts.
Okay.
Come back.
You talked, I've listened. Now it's my turn. I talk and you listen. First of all, take a look. A loaf of bread.
Eat every piece.
An important food, a healthy food, and a basic food that can be served in more than 100 different ways.
Actually, one.
Give a look. Not just one kind of bread, but a whole variety. And not only bread, but a whole variety of all types of baked goods.
Are you, by any chance, trying to say that you think this business of yours is important?
That's exactly the way I feel about it.
I have to. It's all I got.
There's something about that guy's tone of voice I don't like.
It's so
But just because we're important in the food picture doesn't mean a guy can sit back and take it easy on this job.
Why not?
It's jerks like that end up as supervisors.
It's the circus of the devil.
No, thanks. I use toilet paper.
If you're going to tempt a guy, don't send Claire Booth loose.
Please observe silence while visiting the bread memorial.
You know,
Sausage.
when I first started on the route, I acted like it was nothing more than a delivery job.
I don't care.
Take this grocer goodwill business.
There's not an
You
article
know, I
in
used to
this.
go after that. I used to go in the stores and slam doors.
Hey, Dr. Giggle.
Hey, Duffy, old boy. How's the old miser today? Count your gold again, huh?
I had a Brooklyn accent and a different personality.
When bread wholesalers terrorize the community.
Everybody down, the bread man is here.
I'll do anything you say.
Let the reign of terror end.